Hello everyone, welcome back. Myself Anil Kumar. Today let us discuss Unit 2, Lesson 1. In this lesson we are going to cover the representation of continuous time periodic signal by Fourier series or by Fourier series representation. From this lesson, students can be able to list the methods of Fourier series representation and able to summarize the Dirichlet conditions for existence of Fourier series. Means depending on these conditions, we can mention whether the given function or given signal can it be represented with a Fourier series or not. So what do you mean by this Fourier series? Actually, this Fourier series is, or sorry, Fourier series can be applicable or can be obtained for only periodic signals, and this representation of signals over an interval of time for the terms which are orthogonal. The functions which are orthogonal, which satisfy the orthogonal conditions, for them the Fourier series can be represented. We have covered last unit regarding this orthogonal function. Orthogonal function, nothing but the functions which are mutually perpendicular, or the orthogonal signals or orthogonal terms which are mutually perpendicular. Those are said to be orthogonal functions, and for those we can obtain or we can represent the Fourier series. Fourier series. And this Fourier analysis or Fourier series representation can also be sometimes called as harmonic analysis. Harmonic analysis, I think you know the term harmonic. Harmonic is the term which exists for in signals when we want to have connected a supply which unwanted signals may exist in that supply. Those unwanted signals are coming from either any DC load or any equipment connected to the supply. These harmonics unwantedly or unknowingly introduced into the supply side, and it gets damaged or it gets distorted, gets disturbance in the supply. Or you can say in other words that signals get distorted or the supply gets disturbed. Okay, next. What are these methods that involved for representing this Fourier series? There are actually three methods in this. First one is a trigonometric form. The term has a trigonometric Fourier series also. If we are mentioning or if we are considering orthogonal functions as trigonometric functions. And the next method is exponential form, which is called as exponential Fourier series. This is obtained when orthogonal functions are expressed in exponential functions. And the next is a cosine form. It is similar to a trigonometric form, but in trigonometric form, we express the Fourier series in terms of sines and cosines, whereas in cosine form, we express only cosine term. So only that is the difference that we can get from this trigonometric and cosine form. But when we coming to this our topic, we are going to discuss only trigonometric form and exponential form. As we earlier discussed, that there are some conditions that need to be satisfied for obtaining Fourier series. So, for Fourier series to exist for any periodic signal, it must satisfy the conditions which defined by the author Dirichlet. Hence, the conditions are also termed after him. It's called as the Dirichlet conditions. So, according to him, the conditions are in each period, the function x of t must be a single valued function, has only a finite number of maxima and minima, has a finite number of discontinuities. And the last one is absolutely integrable over one period, that is over a period of 0 to t. And the value of this integral function must be within the value of infinity. And these conditions are the sufficient but not necessary for the existence of Fourier series. So minimum conditions that these may be satisfying for getting a Fourier series representation. So among these four Dirichlet conditions, the condition 4 is a weak Dirichlet condition which cannot guarantee that failing this condition 4 will not get in Fourier series, but the condition 4 is weak Dirichlet condition and the existence of Fourier series is guaranteed but may not converge at every point. I think you know the word converge in the sense finite value. So we may not get infinite value at every point. And coming to conditions 2 and 3, these are strong Dirichlet condition and these are satisfied, then can guarantee say that there exists a Fourier series and also convergence condition. The last point is Fourier representation of signals can be used to perform frequency domain analysis of signals having various frequency components in the signal, including magnitude and phase. As you know, this most of the signals what we get are with respect to time. So the main aim of this Fourier series is to represent the signals with respect to frequency. So representing of those signals with different frequencies, with the magnitude and even the phase can be obtained using this Fourier series that we will be going to study from this unit. That's all for right now. We'll meet in the lesson 2. Thank you.